pointing your finger and you're shooting. You know what I mean? That's point and shoot. You don't need a dot. You don't even need irons for that. You're just, you know what I mean? Sorry about that. Flash you guys. I know you guys jumping. Oh, cool. Welcome to the Rated R channel. Let's get straight into it. So today we're going to be talking about red dots versus iron sights. This is my favorite topic. I've been seeing it all over YouTube. I've been watching other people's opinions, and now I'd like to give mine. And I want you guys to take my opinion with a grain of salt. I'm not like a expert. I'm not military, not police, not any of that. I'm just a chill guy that likes guns, you feel me? So take my opinion with a grain of salt. I have somewhere around roughly 3 to 3.5-ish years of gun experience, so I'm still fairly new. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Red dots versus irons. Let's talk about it. My opinion right off the rip, I'm just gonna let you guys know where I stand. I love fucking red dots. My very first gun, Glock 19 back there, the first thing I did was throw a red dot on it. I probably shot it 2 or 3 times without a red dot, but ever since then I slapped one on there and I haven't looked back. I love red dots. And now it could be, a generational thing, like an age thing, just like I said, my very first gun I had to throw a red dot on there. It's just, that's not only popular, but that's what I'm used to seeing. I grew up playing a whole lot of video games. You always throw the red dot on the gun. You always have to have the red dot, you know what I mean? So it's kind of just second nature. So this video is probably going to be a little biased, but you know what I mean? I'll try to make it fair for everybody. But anyway, let's start off with the iron sights. Let's just talk about that for a little bit. I have shot plenty of guns with just the iron sights, no red dot, and I have no issue, no problem. That is one thing I will say I do like about irons, you know what I mean? It's something that you can just pick up, point, shoot. It's just point and shoot. It's very easy, self-explanatory. I mean, if you're like extremely flat out new to guns, never seen a gun, never held a gun, never played airsoft, never played paintball, never played video games, any of that, okay. I mean, you're going to be out of luck with both. It's going to be some training. It all comes down to training, you feel me? But it's real easy. You don't need extreme, training to learn how to pick up your sights. You know what I mean? It's very easy, simple, straightforward. That is one thing I do like about them. And I mean, they're reliable. You don't have to worry about changing the batteries on these bad boys every year. You know what I mean? I don't got to set a clock where every year, it's my birthday. First thing I do on my birthday is change batteries, because that's the only way I can remember to change the batteries. But I know a lot of you guys have that problem as well. But that's just one thing I will say that irons have against the red dots. And now the only reason why I don't have a red dot on this firearm right here is strictly because I don't know what red dot I want to throw on there. I mean, if you guys know anything about the M&P 5.7 and its footprint, it's a little weird, I guess. I mean, I was watching videos I looked into some Reddit community pages. They said it's a little weird, but it should be able to fit like a Holosun EPS or maybe the O sight, something like that. One of those. I've been thinking about just getting those on there, but I was wanting to know all my options before I just went with one of those, because man, those Holosun EPSs, whoo, they're up there. They're up there. I was thinking about getting another Siley, because I kind of like my Siley Bear. I might get another Siley, but those are up there too now, the ones I like at least. But anyway, a little off topic. But I really think there's not that much more I can say for the irons. I mean, it's just, they're basic, they're simple, they've been reliable for plenty of years, they're irons. What more can I say about these bad boys, They're just nice, simple 3-dot irons. Can't go wrong, you know what I mean? But now, let's move on to my favorite. Clear. She's clear. You guys got tested. There ain't even a magazine in there. I'm sorry. A lot of you guys might think that is irresponsible gun ownership, but look, I just want to let you guys know I'm pointing this empty firearm at an inanimate object. I know you're looking at it behind the screen like, whoa, whoa, but no, no, no. For me, my perspective right now, you are a camera, and everything behind the camera is a safe direction. It's a wall behind a plenty of other walls to stop this 10 mil, you know what I mean? So, you guys, calm down. Calm down. No mean comments, you feel me? But anyway, back to the motherfucking video. Check that out right there, that red dot. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. I don't even know if you guys can see the dot. Let me. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Tell me that's not cool as fuck. That is a reason alone why you want a red dot. Like, I shouldn't even have to say anything else. Like, bro, look at that. That's fucking sick. But anyway, yeah, man, the red dot. Let's talk about the pros. Right off rip, I mean, once you've... Okay, actually, let me start off with the cons, just because that first point I was supposed to make. The red dot is a learning curve. It's a training. You have to train. You have to train with your fucking red dot to be able to use it and find that thing every single time. It takes a little learning curve. Like, I'm still not even perfect. I'm still learning it, but I have gotten a lot better than when I bought my Glock and I got the red dot on there. Like, if I'm just keeping it a bean with you guys, like whenever I got my red dot on there, I mean, it took me a while, not even firstly to get it sighted in, but to also learn how to pull my gun out of my holster and be able to find that dot pretty quickly. You know what I mean? It's just boom. Boom, I find that. I find that every time. It takes practice. It takes practice. So that is going to be one con. I mean, you can't just pick a gun up and, you know, boom, 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 be able to line your sights up and be perfect. Sometimes you got to go fishing. You got to go fishing for that dot. And that's okay, because I like fishing. You know what I mean? And most times I don't even have to fish for it. It just comes out the holster, boom, dot right there lined up with my eye. But yeah, that's one con. But the pro is once you do have that training master, dude, I'm talking about the target acquisition that you'll be able to, you know, I mean, do, like, just move. That, I don't think I used that word right, but you guys can roast me in the comments for it. I don't even care. Just the way that you guys will be able to move this firearm around and the quickness of getting on your shots, I mean, it's so much quicker than trying to sit there and line up these 3 dots, you know what I mean? It's just there. Once you get that hand motion where you know exactly how to bring your gun up to your face, it's just boom, 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 boom. I see that dot, I know where my bullet's about to go, you know what I mean? That's another thing that's beautiful about the red dot. It's just very nice, quick. And also, the major point, I mean, dude, it looks fucking awesome. Like, look at that. Damn, I keep flicking my light on. But damn, look at that. That thing just, it's a beefy. It's supposed to be a duty light, or not duty light, duty optic. It's supposed to be a duty optic. It's a Aimpoint Acro style optic, but it's actually a Siley Bear. Kind of looks like the Aimpoint, but a lot cheaper. Because the Aimpoint itself, I mean, I could have bought another Glock with that. You know, that's outrageous, but that's pretty much it, man. I mean, there's really not much more to say about the red dot. There's not much more to say about the iron sights. I mean, I've heard the arguments. I guess we could talk about that a little bit. The argument of if you were to ever get in a gunfight, it's usually anywhere between 5 to 15 feet, I want to say is what people are saying. And in most cases, you don't need to use your red dot for that, especially if you're anywhere close to 5 feet. I mean, like, dude, you point and shoot. You're just point and shoot. It's all, you point your finger and you're shooting. You're pointing your finger and you're shooting. You know what I mean? That's point and shoot. You don't need a dot. You don't even need irons for that. You're just, you know what I mean? Sorry about that. I flash you guys again. I know you guys jumping and shit, but that's a good point. But then again, look how fucking cool my gun looks with the red dot. I mean, this looks pretty cool, but I'm not gonna lie, she looks naked. Like, it just looks like she doesn't have any clothes on her, you know what I mean? So I had to put some clothes on her, and she looks good. Even if I don't use it, what if I do get in a situation, and I mean, for instance, this firearm in particularly, is meant for hunting big game, but let's say I do get in a situation where I'm 50, maybe 25 to 30 feet out. Now, most of your compact pistols, you don't want to be taking, some shots from that range. They can do it. They can do it confidently, especially if you're good and you have your training. Like, you can do it, it's possible. But I'm just saying, like, with a subcompact gun, you don't really want to hit those shots. I mean, but this is a full size. This is a big bitch. It's a little bit different. But if you have a red dot on there, I mean, it doesn't matter. I feel like even with a compact, if you have a red dot on there, you have a little bit more confidence of taking a longer shot, especially if you have a super clear window. Now, this window is super small, but it is very clear. I could confidently hit a shot 30, 50 feet out with this red dot, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's argument. I mean, I've heard the same thing, the arguments of the flashlight. You don't need a flashlight, but it's just like, dude, it looks fucking cool. You know what I mean? And a lot of you guys can't lie. You guys got into guns because it looks cool. Guns are cool. That's why I got into guns, dude. They're cool. I've grown up playing Call of Duty, grown up playing airsoft, paintball, all that. Of course, I was gonna get into some real steel guns, man. They're just cool as shit. And it's my Second Amendment right. So look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Red dot versus iron sights. But what does matter is what you train with, what you're proficient with. And in my opinion, I'm more proficient and more trained around red dots than I am iron sights. Now that doesn't mean that I can't pick up an iron sighted gun and still go to work with it. So you'll be fooled. You know what I mean? We can have some shoot offs, you know what I mean? Like legally, like competition type shoot offs, not like shoot out. Anyway, you guys know what I meant, but it's just, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. That's my opinion. You guys let me know down below, what do you think? If you guys are confident that you can do way better, hit way further shots with some iron sights, comment it down below. But you better have a video on your YouTube channel, because I want to see that shit. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm going to have some range videos coming up here soon. I'm going to go outdoors. I know you guys, want to see me shoot some shit. I've been talking a lot of shit. So I'm going to get some range videos for y'all. But I think that's it. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.